Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel for a review on Bane, the new Bane from Hot Toys 2.0. Very intimidating looking piece. I used to have the original, and this is visually a big improvement over that one. So I hope you enjoyed this review, folks. Drop a like on it for me, hit that like button, helps support the channel that way, I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe, follow me on Instagram at DNut333 for all the pictures. Enjoy the review, folks. I'm sure you've already seen the early reviews that came out, so you know what he comes with. 2 different coats, jackets, various hands, some interchangeable little sections there for the wrist, a tool to move the eyes, spare wrist pegs, and a broken back cowl and a base, very much like the Catwoman one here, which I changed into a Batman base. But he doesn't come with any of those chains, which I miss the chains. I want more chains, Hot Toys. Don't cheap out on me on the chains. Gosh, he looks really, really cool there, doesn't he? Love the traps, skin texture. We're going to get into all of that, but yeah, an amazing looking piece. Really, really, really cool. And check out the texture on his head, that is insane. I never realized quite how gnarly it looked. That is impressive. You got the little wrinkles around the eyes there as well. Love the way the mask looks like it's pressing into the skin. Yeah, the texture is very impressive. Back of his neck, check that out. That is nuts. Yeah, super amount of detail in the sculpt or the mold or whatever you want to call it. Look at the arm there. I mean, this is nuts, man. I was able to kind of hunch him in even more to make him look even more just bulkier. You kind of, with both your hands, I can't do it with the camera, it's a big heavy camera, folks, but with both my hands positioned like this, and I press my thumb in and I bring his top half forward, and he kind of compresses, and then you tilt the head in a certain direction, and well, like the way I've got it here, but it just makes him look even more bulky and like he's coming at you. I mean, check out that right there. Damn. Just come back a little bit. Yeah. Just stepping forward. He's behind you, Bane. It's the guy you're looking for. Oh, Batsy. So this is a section of the instruction manual, and there's a warning here. It says, do not excessively bend the arms and legs or bend them outward, otherwise the figure will, not may, will be damaged. And then there's an image of the figure there in the pose they're talking about, which is not exactly a dynamic pose, so apparently even leaving him like that could be a problem, which I just find a bit ridiculous, because that isn't exactly a dynamic pose, and they're using that as an example of what not to do or it will be damaged. Do not place the figure in areas with high temperature and humidity, otherwise the figure will be damaged. So if you live in what, Florida, Texas, Dubai, anywhere hot, does that mean you're going to get about what, 2, 3 years, 4 years out of this? Who knows? Be careful when handling the figure, otherwise the costume and small accessories may be damaged. Well, that's fair enough. He does have quite a few small little loops and doohickeys everywhere. I won't be messing with the vest. But this is a different type of medical silicone that I'm used to. You know, I've got quite a few female characters by Firesin, TB League, Vampirellas, Catwomans, Harley Quinns, stuff like that, and their arms are quite thin, and it's a different type of silicone. And as soon as I left them bent foolishly, you know, with bent arm poses for a couple of days, sure enough those elbows would split really badly. So it's warning you not to do that with this. You're fine to do it for a little photo session for a few minutes, maybe an hour, but I wouldn't risk it. Mind you, this is a lot thicker than a female Firesin TB League arm, you know? It's a lot thicker than that. So maybe it just takes a bit longer for that damage to happen, but I certainly won't be leaving him in the pose I really wanted to put him in, which is, you know, when he's holding on to the the loops there, the straps, that classic Bane pose. You can do it, but again, you can't leave him like that. But visually, there's no denying it's stunning. Alright, well, this is the display I've been looking forward to putting together for quite some time. I did borrow one of the chains from the Catwoman base to give to Bane's chains and automobiles. But yeah, my Batman should be a little bit taller than he is. I'll probably have to just get one of the latest ones when they do another one and sell this one off. It's actually parts of the Armory, the old Armory Dark Knight, and the latest DX. I believe it's the latest DX head sculpt, but with the Armory neck, suit and body is Armory, custom cape, and Medicom seamless boots. Yeah, but Bane's coming in ever so slightly taller, I think. They're about, Bane's traps are way bigger than, So Bane's a little bit bigger than he should be compared to Batman, but that's just a matter of me updating my Batman at some point. But yeah, they look nice together. I had to get a custom name plaque there. I'll get a similar one for Bane, because that looks too different. I'll have to get a different one made from Marvel_makers on eBay. But yeah, it's looking pretty sweet. It's going to look nice on the shelf. He looks straight up crazy here. Really intimidating. And it's all because of the precision of the eyes. Alright, changed the pose a little bit, brought the fist up. Still got the eyes kind of facing down. It looks amazing. It really is incredible looking. This texture on the skin here. The intensity of the eyes. Really, really cool, folks. Selling it with this one. Look at that. Now, it looks like he's really rubbing it in here. Having a moment of fun. But yeah, the arms are looking good. Elbows are bent. Not going to leave it like that, but for a few pictures, it's sure going to come out sweet. Check him out on Instagram, folks. DKnight333. And with the elbows bent, let's just take a look at the back here. I mean, the silicone's pretty damn thick, so I think it might be okay for, short bursts. Damn shame, because he's only going to look more intimidating and more awesome on display if you really go for it. I mean, if you're a rich person, you could buy a second one, just get two. I mean, that's probably going to be the case for quite a few collectors, because he looks amazing with the arms on display. But he will also, no doubt, I'm sure, look amazing with that classic coat on as well, which I'll have to try soon. But look at all the detail on the back there. The weathering's nice. I've got the eyes off to the side now. And it's amazing how much that changes the feel of the figure. He looks like he's thinking about something now. Notice someone slacking on the job. He's going to go over and choke him out. Yeah, the moving eyes are a key factor here, folks. Even more so than the incredible muscle tone and the detail on the skin, which is amazing. But the eyes being able to move finally on Bane is such a big factor here in how much I'm enjoying the piece. Here he is next to the in-art Superman, another very realistic looking figure. And together, seeing them side by side, it really just hits home. The competition factor, Hot Toys have obviously stepped up their game as far as realism for a lot of their characters. You know, this is just on another level. I can't fault it as far as steps forward they've taken from the old original version. They've outdone themselves on this one. And in-art doing their thing, making very realistic looking figures. This is the only one I've seen in person, but I was seriously impressed with it. Blitzway, the new Ghostbusters look pretty damn good, the likenesses, the new head sculpts and all that stuff, so it's just a more exciting times to be a collector, you know. I mean, I was saying this 10 years ago on this channel. I wonder where we'll be in another 10 years as far as advancements and, you know, likeness getting stronger and proportions getting better. I mean, we're there now. Very photorealistic looking figures. Another 10 years, who knows? I don't know what the future holds, man. I hope I'm around for it. But already the time we're at right now as 1/6 scale collectors, this is a very exciting time. So many options, so many choices. You've got everything that's been released in the past and everything that's coming. So much choice. Gotta show you Bane next to the Batman Begins suit, because I would have loved to have seen that fight. You know, I just prefer this suit. I think it looks way more intimidating. That is a custom head sculpt by Unreal Toys, the 2.0. Imagine that, folks. That would have been a badass fight. Two beasts. Bane's even coming in taller than my Batman Begins figure as well. I think Bane might be a bit too tall, to be honest. Tom Hardy's 5'10". I know he had stacked heels and all that business, but he's just taller than all my Batmans, all my Christian Bale Batmans. It's bugging me. I mean, the base is slightly higher than the Batman one there. Only a fraction. It's not enough to give a good excuse for major height differences I'm seeing. My Batman is quite hunched over, though. You know, the cowl is sculpted to be leaning in. But still, Bane's bigger. Yeah, I prefer the way these two look together. I know it's not movie accurate, so I won't do it, but I do prefer the way it looks. I got the coat on, and it does have a wire running down the front here, so you can manipulate that, but not at the top of the collar. That whole top collar section there is just kind of flapping about doing what it wants. So you want it, if I remember correctly, up at the back, and the weight of it naturally catching on the corners there at the end and bringing it down. But it's a nice material. It should stand the test of time nicely. I'm worried about other parts of his outfit. There's some little straps here and there on the vest, and his gauntlet on his right arm looks suspiciously like pleather to me, which, especially with Hot Toys, doesn't stand the test of time. It's something to be very wary of. Maybe someone out in the custom world will make a leather one that we can purchase. Give us some peace of mind with that. But again, incredible from every angle. Even though that coat sure as hell needs a bit of work. You know, the bulk of the body that's underneath that coat, see it's kind of puffing out there in the chest. You have to see what I can do about that. But I'd display him anyway without the coat on. I do like this look with the coat a lot, but with the immense detail they've put into the arms and the neck and the traps, I've got to display him like that. It looks too badass not to. Alright folks, I'm trying to get as close as I can to his eyes. They do seem to be an accurate colour. And those little freckles as well. Just little details on the skin there. And in the centre of the forehead you've got the wrinkles. And that's definitely accurate. I've seen that a lot in the movie. Look at the subtle little wrinkles on the side of the eye there, little crow's feet action. Very impressive stuff. Nice texture on the mask. Let's check it out from the side slightly. Oh man, look at the way it presses into the skin. It's very well done. It looks totally real to me. Yeah, you got some faint eyelashes painted around the eyes. I'm just gonna try and get the camera to focus on the eyes specifically for a minute. I can always punch in. But yeah, you got some eyelashes painted on there. Nice colour tone to the eyes themselves. Boots are nice, nicely sculpted. There's no separation, so ankle articulation's not much at all. I would have appreciated a little cutaway there, to be honest. I mean, you can see where the cutaway, like the third fold down, that kind of wrinkle in the ankle area. The third one could have been a split. No reason why they couldn't have done that. It would have been well concealed. But either way, they're painted and sculpted very nicely. Pants, I'm not too sure if they're the same pants we got the first time round. But either way, they are very nice. You know, what can I say? They're military grade. Apparently these are held on with Velcro. They don't seem to be coming loose, so that's nice. Nice bit of weathering in between the grooves there. Yeah, nice fur action going on in here. There's that wire. Does that go all the way around? Oh, it does. So you can have it like it's blowing in the wind, I guess, if you wanted to. Yeah, with the wires you can do full-on blowing in the wind action. Standing on your steps. Maybe use one of your old DX Batman bases with the steps in the snow, which I do have, but for the life of me, don't know where it is right now. For another video, perhaps. That's pretty cool looking right there. But it just doesn't look right wearing the coat on this base, because you know it's not seen accurate. So definitely going to be using the base. That was the whole plan. The other jacket looks really nice. It's again going on top of a very bulky body. You can really feel that as you're putting the arms through the sleeves. The zip on mine got a little bit fiddly and wouldn't do up, but it's a nice, you know, extra piece of clothing that you can wear. I mean, it does look cool. That may be the last time you see it on my figure though. But no complaints with it. I did hear Justin say in his review that he's worried that it might stain the arms. I guess that is definitely something to consider. The view from the back, looking pretty thick. Looks good to me though. It's pretty damn bulky in the film. I like the way the legs look from the back. They look very convincing. You can see the calf muscles coming through as well. Okay folks, I am really up against it for time. It's really stupid o'clock in the morning and I haven't even finished filming this. I was supposed to get it up by tonight, so I need to wrap this one up. But I will bring you more videos on this figure, including a true light review and the natural light outdoors. I think this figure will be very interesting to look at in natural light, so that'll be coming up on the channel soon. And I will come back and do a showcase video on this piece with more poses. I know I didn't bring you too many poses in this review. It was more about just observing the piece and changing around the lighting and just seeing how real it really looked. And I have to say, it's one of the most realistic figures I've ever seen. It's a true 2.0. I'm glad to see that Hot Toys really put in the work on this one. So much so that I don't really hold too much of a grudge against them for the horrible experience I've had with that two-piece transparent neck connector. Right, so here's the plastic bit that from other people's videos it appears that is supposed to stay attached to the neck peg, and then you can just put your fingers in here and move the eyes. Let me see if I can zoom in a bit more. Filming this upside down, it's really weird. Right, so those two little sticks that you can see for the eyes, I can't get to them because this is in the way, and I've tried with pliers, I've tried to pull it out and it just can't, it just won't move. It's stuck. It's stuck in the head and I can't get it out. So I can't get to the eyes because they're, you know, this is in the way. I can't fucking get to them. I can't, I tried even, I tried using a paper clip and just straightened it and just put a little point on the end, and that just about works, but it's a nightmare trying to do it that way. So this is not supposed to be in here, this is supposed to be attached to the neck peg, and I can't get it out. I've tried everything. I've tried heating up the head, I've tried different types of pliers with different grips. There's not much to grab onto other than this little circular bit here. You grab onto it and it just won't come out. So I can't get to the eyes to move them, you know, not without an absolute massive pain in the arse anyway. So that won't come out. It's not supposed to be in there. It's supposed to be attached to the neck peg, and you're supposed to have free rein in here to just move those eyes around however you like. So an absolute nightmare. That clear plastic connection piece in the head there, this keeps happening. It's supposed to be two separate pieces. The bit in the middle is supposed to stay on the neck peg there, but it keeps getting stuck and it's causing me a lot of grief. Watch out for that, folks. They're two separate pieces, but they just keep sticking together, and I'm just having an absolute nightmare trying to get to it to move the eyes. And an absolute nightmare with that, but hopefully that's a rare instance and the rest of you guys out there will just have a problem-free Bane and you can just enjoy taking pictures of this thing, man. It is super real. Very happy with it. Tom Hardy, I don't know if he, you know, gets a figure from Hot Toys once they make it, but he must be really happy with this. You know, he must be looking at it thinking, damn, did I look that tough in the film? Well, apparently so. Ridiculous, man. It's just amazing. I mean, look at that wrist joint there. It's not even that bad because the silicone's kind of movable, so you can kind of work with it and almost put it over the surface of the hand. You still get the line there, but it's really not that bad. That's the only joint that's visible. So final thoughts, yeah, it's a great 2.0. I hope no one else has the horrible complications I had with the neck connector. Getting stuck in the head, both parts, and they wouldn't separate, and it was a big job. A lot of pliers and re-gluing things and using heat guns to soften things up, and yeah, it was not pleasant, but I'm hoping that was just me. None of the other reviews I've seen have mentioned it, so I might have just been unlucky. But a score out of 10, man, he's like a 9. Easy, which is excellent. 10's a masterpiece, but you know, there's too many little question marks on the figure with the silicone skin, some of the pleather sections, if they are pleather at least, I don't know. But the gauntlet there if it is pleather, that could very well deteriorate over time. The Velcro straps aren't the best on the gauntlet, but they do the job for now anyway. But man, it's an absolute presence. 9 out of 10. Strong 9. Very, very good. More videos on this figure coming soon, folks. Thanks for bearing with me. Sorry I didn't bring you too many posters in this one. Had a massive delay with the issues, and now it's just silly o'clock in the morning. I got to get this wrapped up. So look out for the True Light review coming up soon, and more cool stuff coming up for October. Let me know what you think of the figure in the comments. How do you think it's looking? Are you going to get him? I definitely think you should. It's an awesome looking representation of Bane from The Dark Knight Rises. And with InArt announcing Selena Kyle, I believe, their version looks really, really good of Anne Hathaway Selena. It looks a lot more like it than the Hot Toys one does. So does that mean they're going to do Bane as well? That would be an interesting comparison. I almost hope they do make Bane, because I would love to compare those two against each other. That would be a battle. Alright, let me know what you think, folks. Drop a like on it for me. Good 9 out of 10 for this figure. Really, really impressed with it. I'll see you soon. Take it easy. Bye-bye.